Needed vaccines arrive in Australia's New South Wales state as it marks its worst day of the pandemic, with a record 1,431 new COVID-19 cases and the most deaths in a day at 12. The 500,000 Pfizer jabs arrived in Sydney, the country's largest city. The shipment came from Singapore in a swap arrangement. Australia will deliver the same amount back to Singapore in December. A similar deal has been struck with the UK that will bring 4 million more Pfizer vaccines to Australia this month.
The next fortnight is likely to be our worst in terms of the number of cases, but as I've said, it's not the number of cases we need to be focusing on, but how many of those cases end up in our intensive care wards and hospitals, and how many people we have vaccinated as quickly as possible.
More than half of Australia is under a stay-at-home order. Along with Sydney, Melbourne and the national capital Canberra have been in weeks-long lockdowns. And in New Zealand, some progress in its battle against the outbreak fueled by the Delta variant, a large drop in new cases from the previous few days.
We need to continue to keep those testing rates up to give us the confidence that we are catching any COVID that may be in the community. And then finally, to say that these results today are encouraging, but as Dr. McElnay has said, the job is not yet done. We must continue to be vigilant and get on top of this outbreak.
To slow COVID-19 outbreaks across South Korea, officials there have extended social distancing curbs for a month. This ahead of a Thanksgiving holiday later in September. The toughest curbs are in the greater Seoul area, where many small businesses are suffering.
We barely see people on the streets. If our profit was about $1,700 per day, now it is about a half. We can barely pay the rent and don't think social distancing measures are effective. My family has been running this business for more than 40 years, over 3 generations, and we're facing the worst situation now. It's so hard.
Taiwan received its first shipment of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccines this week. 930,000 out of 15 million doses acquired by a tech company and a charity. Political pressure from China has made it difficult for Taiwan to strike deals directly with vaccine companies. Beijing views self-ruled Taiwan as part of its territory. The recent deal was made with a China-based distributor after months of negotiating. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera.